Alright, hey, what's up guys? We're just gonna jump right into the video today. You don't even gotta look at my ugly mug. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time, do not hesitate to hit that like button. Alright, the first thing I want to note, it's very important you know my views on global warming and climate change before we even get into the video. Yes, I think climate change is real. Yes, I think global warming is true. No, I do not think mankind has an impact on that global warming and that climate change. I think the Earth has cycles where the poles freeze and the poles thaw and the whole Earth becomes tropical and flooded and then it freezes again. I think we're just in a time of change that's happened thousands and thousands of times throughout Earth's long journey through space. Like I said, we're just gonna get right into the video today. Major news. NASA considers which cities will flood as ice sheets melt. So you saw I threw you a few little screenshots of some maps. The main one being JPL's new gradient map, and you're looking at that on the screen right now. And that gradient map is from the new tool they've released. And basically, if you look at that, you can't change the dates on that. You can adjust the sea level. But when the app first loads, there's a default sea level. And all the major cities along the coast are gone. New York has been sunk. Boston has been sunk. All up and down the east and west coast, cities are sunk. Yes, up where I live in the Midwest, Michigan area, my house is underwater too. So after looking at NASA's new gradient map, I actually did take the time to go back and read the article. And basically it says, as ice sheets on Greenland and Antarctica melt, what cities are most liable to flood? NASA scientists have built a new simulation to get everybody scared. It should say right there, get everybody scared. Scientists know where melt water will enter the ocean. They say the reason there is no dates on their new maps is because a lot of things affect climate change. So anyway, basically they said this is not a time chart. The only thing you can do is adjust the sea level and figure out where you're at underwater based on what you adjust the sea level to, yada. But here's why I decided to make this video. When they release things like this, you have to know these are signs to people in the know. When this came out, people in the know looked at this default setting. As soon as you open it up, bam, this is what pops up. It shows you exactly what cities are going to be underwater. So people that are in the know, in the secret societies, politicians, people of power, when this makes mainstream news, they know that these places are hit. Now, whether that tells them they need to move, or that tells them they just need to own property somewhere else in the US, they need to take all their valuables that they don't want to lose and move them somewhere in the US, this is a sign that you guys need to pay attention. So after looking at this, I looked at some more maps, all recent of course, and they're all pretty much the same. I'm gonna click through them here for you guys to look at. I mean, no matter what flood map you go to by NASA and JPL and other big name places, I'll leave all the links in the description. No matter where you look, the coasts are underwater. I'm talking about this map right here, I think is like, if sea level rises equally on the whole world, 8 centimeters, like this is what Earth will look like. That's crazy. So this kind of also ties into all the conspiracy stuff we've been seeing. Wendy Williams pass out on stage and she was dressed as the Statue of Liberty. She did it live. Was that a sign New York's about to be underwater? This article directly references New York. They say, let me look for it here. The simulation suggests New York will be most directly affected by melting in the northern and eastern portions of Greenland's ice sheet. London will be most directly impacted by meltwater spilling off Greenland's northeastern coast. So guys, you can just look up flood maps on Google. All the ones I looked up, I'm gonna put the links in the description for you. But basically, no matter what flood map you look at, New York, Boston, all those East Coast cities are underwater, some on the West Coast, all the way up and down the coasts. A lot of the Midwest, Michigan areas are underwater. So you guys definitely need to go check out the links, look at all these maps, see if your location's going to be affected. But I mean, Wendy Williams passes out on stage dressed as the Statue of Liberty, basically New York falling, America falling. And then you look at these maps, they go hand in hand. You look at the $100 bill, it shows either, some people say it's a nuclear blast on New York, some people say it's tidal waves flooding New York. All the signs are telling people get out of New York. If you are watching me from the New York area, you at least need to own or buy some property more inland and get off that coast. All right, guys, I need your help. So when I was doing research for this video, I wanted to include a picture. And I know I've seen it. I know I'm not hallucinating. It's a picture of like New York underwater in a cartoon version of Trump, either swimming or floating in between the buildings. And I want to say Time magazine. It was like an advertisement inside Time magazine like 20 years ago, or maybe it was a Simpsons episode. I know 100% I saw this. It was New York underwater and Trump underwater, because I'll tell you how I know that I for sure saw it. I know because people were referencing that picture, saying maybe that had to do with all the hurricanes that were recently. Maybe it was predictive programming for the recent hurricanes, because Trump was president during the time of the hurricanes. It was depicting him 20 years ago floating through the water, like people were using weather warfare and they'd planned for all this to happen. I don't know what's true at all, but I do know that I saw that, and I want to say it came from a Time magazine. If you guys know what picture I'm talking about, please tweet me at JohnXArmy or email me at johnxarmy@hotmail.com. It's driving me crazy. I searched the internet for 30 minutes while making this video trying to find that picture, and I want to say it's from Time magazine. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video at all, give me a good like, give me a share, that helps out too. And JohnXArmy signing out from the belly of the beast.